Hello, everyone, and welcome to our monthly energy report. I'm Peyton, and as you know, I'm joined by Yaila and Corey. And today we are closing out 2024. And for a lot of us, we are really excited to see the door closing on this year. It has been a bit of a dumpster fire for a lot of us. And I know some of us, like Yaila, are just hoping to make it to the end of 2024. So today we are going to be taking a look at the energies of the next year, and in January energies in particular, but we're going to take a little peek at 2025 as a whole. So, as you guys know, if you have seen our past energy reports, we like to read the energy for you from three different directions. So, we're going to start off today with Yaila, who, as y'all know, does a collective energy reading. She does that live for you, and it just tells you what is coming through for the collective. Then Corey is, of course, our astrology expert, and she's going to tell us what is going on in the astrology for January. And then I'll wrap things up by bringing you a message from your Pleiadian friends. So, Yaila, what do you see coming in for the collective in January?
Thank you so much, Peyton. And I just want to say happy belated to Peyton and happy birthday to Corey. They are our December babies, Sagittarius and Capricorn. So please let the ladies know happy birthday. Of course, my name is Yaila, and I will be doing the collective reading for the month of January and a little peek for the year ahead. So welcome to January 2025, and I will have my eyes closed from time to time because I just tap into the collective energy live as we record. So let me just do that now. We are recording on the black new moon. So the second new moon of December is when we are recording this. So great time to set some intentions. So as I'm connecting to your energy, go and just think about an intention, maybe confirmation from one of our readings from today's energy update, a little insight, little nugget of wisdom that you can use. All right. I always like to ask for a blessing, creator of all that is. Please bring forth information, healing, and highest aligned information for those of you tuning in. Please guide me with clarity and accuracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, so the color I'm getting for the collective is like this almost like burnt orange gold color. So let me just see what that is representing for the collective for January 2025. So the words they're bringing in is passions, projects, and it's almost like progression is the word that they're giving me because they're kind of showing me like letting things go, but progressing into the new with passions and projects. So it definitely lines up with the energy of the moment. It feels like this is a really big release. I don't know if you've been going through it like I have, but the last month or so just been dragged through the ringer. So excited to see this beautiful kind of burnt orange golden color to help us connect back to our passions, our project, and helping us move our progression forward. So I always like to ask what is helpful to know. So let me see what's helpful to know for January in particular, and then overall for the year. So what is helpful for January 2025 for you, the collective, to know? The biggest word that they're bringing through is patience. So there's going to be a lot being presented to us. There's going to be a lot in our awareness, whether it's from within ourself or awarenesses from outside people or situations. And what is helpful to know is to really ground in your patience because more is going to be keep being revealed just step by step, one by one, and holding that patience for letting all the dust and things kind of get blown up and just to settle down. It feels like the month is going to really test our patience in a way, but if you ground into your patience, just knowing that all of this is temporary, it will help you tremendously. So let me just ask what's helpful to know for 2025 overall. They're giving me two words, hope and faith. So, and as the guides are describing hope and faith, it's holding on to what you hope to create for yourself and having faith in God, source, creator of the universe, and yourself, that you can actually call those things in. So really locking into what you hope to create for yourself, and then also having the faith that you will be supported each step of the way. It's kind of the overall theme, what you can look forward to. Let me just ask, or sorry, that was what was helpful to know. Let me ask what to watch out for in 2025. What to watch out for. The biggest one I'm hearing is just false narratives. So the ladies and I were talking about just some of the energy coming into today's reading. You're just going to hear a lot of false realities or alternative realities or other realities other than what you are personally experiencing or understanding. And so really grounding into your sovereignty is going to be very necessary. So just watch out for, follow the money. I always like to say that, follow the money. Who benefits by the information? Just kind of using your discernment as far as what narratives are being brought into your awareness, whether it is on a personal level or again from that bigger picture. So watch out for that for the whole year of 2025. Let me ask specifically for January, what to watch out for January 2025 for you, the collective. It's so funny because they're showing me an image of like a snake in the grass. And so when I ask what that is, it's almost like this underbelly hidden information where it's almost like trying to creep in quietly. And it's just this like slow moving. And if you're not paying attention, it could, nip you in the ankle or kind of, pull you off track. So just kind of watch for that slimy, slithery energy that is low key in the month of January, because it really feels like there's going to be some yucky energy in general. So just keep your eyes peeled, keep your head on a swivel, but also again, going back to that patience, having faith and hope in what you really want to bring in for yourself is going to help you navigate that. But just know there's going to be some slithery energy out there for the month of January. And I'm just seeing that across the board. So it's getting stirred up for a reason. Let me just see if there's any last helpful information for you, the collective, for January 2025. Any helpful information for the collective? They're showing me a really bright light, and I'm seeing like it's so funny that all of us showed up in different shades of blue today, because the image the guides are giving is like this beautiful blue light that just feels really welcoming and loving and comforting. It's can be a really protective energy too. So if you are wanting to protect your energy, you can see yourself surrounded in a beautiful cobalt blue light, a bright white light, golden white light. It's just a beautiful energy to surround yourself with. And again, it's going to help you connect into your faith, into a higher power to keep that protection around you, help you keep your patience, help you keep your grounding. If there is that funky energy around you, you can just surround yourself with that beautiful blue, gold, or white light. Let me see what else is last little information for the whole year of 2025 for you, the collective. What else is helpful to know? I'm seeing there's a couple words coming in. So love and bliss. And so it is still going to be a year, even though there's going to be so much change and so much movement and navigating some slippery, slimy energy. It also feels like there's going to be a lot of bliss coming in for you, a lot of love coming in for you, a lot of fast moving insights and downloads and actions and support and things just kind of showing up as soon as, like, it's almost like when there's a problem, there's a solution, and there's just this overall bliss and love and excitement and a lot of really fast movement. Even though, it feels like things have been moving so fast the last couple months, now we're really going to be on that pace of, oh yeah, things just move like instantaneous. So just know A lot of love, a lot of bliss to come in for the year with all the fast movement. But as long as you stay grounded, keeping into your, as we always say, your heart chakra, trusting your intuition, strengthening that, and leaning on those people, places, and things that help you hone and fine tune your discernment and your skills will be absolutely incredible. So that is what I have for January 25 and the rest of the year. Miss Corey, how about you? What's in the astrology?
Thank you, Yaila. Gosh, that's amazing. Well, my name is Corey, and I'll be giving you the intuitive astrology for January 2025. And just a quick review for the whole of 2025. I'll give you January's, but also 2025, the big energies that we have in 2025 is Neptune, which is in Pisces, and Saturn, which is in Pisces. So, Pisces rules our dreams, spirituality, and it's at the last degrees in the beginning part of 2025. We'll also have the North Node in Pisces. So, I mean, this is a big energy. It's going to be going back and forth, back and forth. Endings, beginnings, endings, beginnings. That's the theme of 2025. So, Pisces, our intuition for 2025 is going to be heightened because of all this Pisces energy, and especially because the North Node is shifting into Pisces. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But Neptune also rules deception. So this year of 2025, we will be seeing a lot of deception. So it's very important to use discernment. All the charlatans, all the people who are literally just being charlatans are going to be revealed. It's part of the takedown. Okay, so discernment is a must. The good thing with Saturn being in Pisces is that it is going to help us anchor in our spiritual focus into our daily life. And Neptune will be in Pisces till March, the end of March, March 30th. And it's going to move into Aries. So we will be able to take action to our intuitive dreams. Okay. And then Saturn will be there, I believe, until August. And then, no, I'm sorry, Saturn. In any case, Saturn and Neptune will retrograde back into Pisces. They're both going to go into Aries. So that's new beginnings. So we have endings, new beginnings, and then a review at the end of the year with this Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. So to get on with January, the first half is Capricorn. Yay! And Capricorn is integrity, the long haul, traditions. The goat that climbs the mountain. You better keep up. Chop wood, carry water. Okay. And the second half is going to be in Aquarius. And that's out of the box thinking. It's extraterrestrials, freedom, and community, humanity. Okay. Innovations. So, two totally different energies. So, on January 2nd, Venus is going to go into Pisces. So, it's that emotions, water, Pisces, water, emotions, Venus, what we love. So, our emotional realm is going to be filled with like gentleness and compassion and just really dreamy. I think we need that. And then on January 8th, we're going to have Mercury enter Capricorn. And so that's practical solutions. Okay. So well thought out, long term planning and execution of that. Slow and steady, that's more Taurus, but still Capricorn, you're able to get things done. So the pace is going to pick up. It's going to pick up. Actually, all of 2025 is going to pick up pace. It really is, because we're going to be moving into predominantly air energy. On the 11th of January, big shift, big shift. Every 18 months or so, the nodes change. We have our personal nodes and we have the collective nodes. So we've been, for the last 18 months, in the node of Aries, North Node, me, I, do it my way, warrior energy. And the South Node, what we're letting go of, codependency, not being able to make decisions, not being an individual, right? In Libra, right? So that's Libra. On January 11th, we're going to switch nodes to Pisces North Node and Virgo South Node. This is known as the healing axis. So it's a time to heal, a time to forgive, and it's a time to tend to our highest calling, because that's what Pisces represents. It's going to increase our spiritual focus. So all this time that we have been talking about, Yaila and Peyton and I, all the videos that we've done, and we've done so many videos, look into our libraries. I will be posting, or a few of them on my channel for the links. All this time that we've been talking to all of you is about this time in 2025. Your spiritual focus. But the energies are going to help us to really focus on our spiritual and our highest callings. So North Node in Pisces, it's going to ignite our empathy, and it's going to give us an opportunity to learn about boundaries, because Pisces either has very stern boundaries or none at all. Don't come in here. Don't come close to me. I'm a doormat. Step all over me. That's Pisces. So Pisces always needs to learn about boundaries. So what helps us with boundaries? Our intuition. If you know yourself, you know your intuition, you know your inner strength, your inner world is empowered, boundaries come much easier. You value yourself. Comes a lot easier. And so our intuition is going to be vital, because there's going to be a lot of people pushing boundaries. Discernment. Discernment's a must for the next 18 months, starting January 11th. Years ago, Spirit told me, which I didn't realize at the time, it was going to be for the year of 2025. And if you've been watching us, you've heard me say this, but I'll say it again. There will come a time where you will not be able to believe what you see or believe what you hear. But it is your intuition that is going to get you through the days to come. 2025. And so all of us ladies have been on this journey and doing this work, so that our intuition we could trust the most to help us with that discernment. What resonates with us, what doesn't resonate with us. So next 18 months is going to be primed for doing your intuitive work, doing the work that is for your highest calling, and to master your energy and frequency. And dreams will be on the uptick. I suggest that you get a dream journal, because your dreams, all of our dreams, are going to give us a lot of messages. Pisces rules dreams. Okay. And Virgo, the South Node, what are we going to be letting go of? Being critical, being self-critical, anxiety. Virgos, have problems with anxiety, stomach problems, because they're organizers, they're planners. And so we're moving from planning, organizing, and having things a certain way, because it's an earth element, to Pisces. Trust your intuition, trust spirit, go where you're guided. Okay. 2025 is a year to focus on your health. Okay. Because of that Virgo South Node. So I'm looking forward to this, actually. But it's going to be a big shift. No longer is, that chop wood, carry water, shoulds. I should be working harder. I should have more money. No. We're moving into the spiritual realms. So it's a great year, 2025, to focus on your spiritual well-being. All right. And the inner work, if you haven't done so already, we can always work on it more. Work never ends. So on the 13th, we have a full moon in Cancer. And that's at some of the last degrees, 27 degrees. And so it's giving us an opportunity to release, because that's what full moons are about. The things that don't serve us, that haven't supported us, our inner stability, our outer security. And it's if you look at the last few months and how it's gone, it will give you that indication as to those things that haven't helped you feel secure. Now, if our inner world is secure, that the winds could come and blow, but we know ourselves, we are tapped into our intuition, whatever happens on the outer world doesn't affect us as much. So again, we have that theme. On the 19th of January, the sun enters Aquarius. Okay. And so it's a season of innovation, imagination, creativity, authenticity. Aquarius is about authenticity. They are out of the box thinkers, and community. 2025 is going to give us huge opportunities to find our soul tribe, if you haven't already. All right. So Aquarius season it's really going to be fun, this Aquarius season. On the 27th, Mercury enters Aquarius. Mercury is the mind. Aquarius, think outside the box. Aquarians are genius. They're not of this world. They always have a higher sense about them. They're out of the box thinkers. Genius. So creative. So this Mercury entering Aquarius on the 17th is going to have the energy of all of these out of the box creative genius thinking, mental clarity, and problem solving, not through all the times that, throughout our lives, we've been problem solving, but new and different ways of solving problems. And it's going to be at a peak because we'll be in Aquarius season, Mercury entering Aquarius. This is mental clarity for out of the box, new innovations, creativity. And then on the 29th, we have a new moon in Aquarius. See a theme here? And it's at 9 degrees. So, and this new moon, what are you going to manifest? It's a very highly inspiring new moon, highly inspiring with a lot of inspiration. It's going to give us a lot of hope, and it's going to support our visions into reality. So Aquarians are they have visions that are not of this world. And so thinking outside the box. So if you've just dream big, manifest big, this is a time to do it. And then on the 30th, we have Uranus, the planet of Uranus, which rules Aquarius. Uranus rules fast movement, electricity. Is going to go direct in Taurus. Taurus is slow and steady, doesn't like change. Uranus loves change. And so it's been in retrograde. So as you've noticed, or maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but Taurus rules our finances, what we value, Mother Earth. So there's been a lot of reviewing in that area. So when it goes direct, we might see some financial changes in our finance, at least, no, in the world. Okay. I was going to say in the United States, but no, in the world. But we also might see some seismic activity because that's Taurus moving forward. So that is the energy for January and some of 2025. Fast moving. Stay in the love frequency. This year, 2025, and starting right off the bat, is connecting your heart to your head. That's the longest journey in life, connecting the heart to your head and your head to your heart. This is what we're evolving to. And right off the bat, we're going to be doing that. So I have pulled a couple of cards because I like doing the cards now to see what can support us for the month of January. And I've pulled from, I love me my Kyle Gray, the Angelic Activations, this new deck. And so I pulled this card, which is interesting because it reminds me of Yaila, this card. And I pulled, I was like, oh, that's Yaila. So here's the card. This is a woman, and you can see with her, okay, there we go. See, just a second, okay. As you can see, she's got this gold ring at her heart chakra. This beautiful golden energy. She's got, she's got angel wings, obviously, because it's angel activation. But this is the heart connection. Oh, here we go. This is the heart connection. And January is going to give us an opportunity to find our soul tribe, to connect with our hearts. I mean, I just love this, the golden energy. It looks like Yaila to me. So, hope, move with grace. Let me get it so you can see. This is a time to learn and adapt. All right, there you go. Pisces, North Node, Pisces. Adapt, Pisces. Aquarius, you are being invited to slow down. Take your time and take in the current moment. Stop putting too much pressure and expectations upon yourself, as it's taking you away from your natural attention to detail and the expression of your creativity. Oh my gosh! This is what we've been talking about. There's no need to rush or force your way ahead. Good things happen when you move with tenderness and care. Activation. I trust in the ease and flow of life. One of my favorite sayings that Yaila always says is, we're in the flow. No more efforting. Be in the flow. No wonder why this card reminded me of Yaila. Okay. So be in the flow. Hold on to that hope and know that hope will be guiding you and your intuition, and it will help you move with grace. Okay. The old traditional Capricorns, it's going away. We're in new times and new ways. New ways of connecting to ourselves, spirit realm, and the world. So Aquarius, I love it. Okay, and then this next card. Oh my gosh. So this is it's a crystal grid deck by Nicola McIntosh. This is the first card I just picked up this time. But look what it is. This isn't a grid. Amplify. So what Spirit is saying is that the month of January, really all of 2025, but in particular in January, we have a choice as to what we want to amplify. We're being called to amplify. But what are you going to choose to amplify? We're being supported to amplify our intuition. We're being called to amplify our spiritual focus. We're being called to amplify our relationship with our soul, our universe, and the divine. We're being called to amplify higher learning, out of the box thinking, and to amplify all that is good for your highest and greatest good, and the highest and greatest good of all. So, know that your thoughts become things. What you choose to think, what you choose to focus on, is what is going to amplify. So be mindful. Don't forget to connect your head to your heart and your heart to your head, because your heart will never lie to you. Wow. Amplified. So that's what I've got for January 2025. All right. So now we're on to Peyton. Peyton, what have you got for us? What do the P's have to say?
Thank you so much, Corey and Yaila. Hey, y'all, I'm Peyton, and I channel the Pleiadians. And let me just welcome you to 2025. Let's hope it's a little lighter than 2024 was for many of us. I know I'm certainly looking forward to a little lightness coming in. So when I checked in with the Pleiadians to see what they had for us for the January energies, but also a little glimpse at what 2025 is going to be looking like as a whole, the first thing that they told me was everything is about to change. Now, what they said is how quickly this changes for everyone is going to vary. So everyone, of course, we are not all on the same timeline. So we're going to see some differences in how quickly some of these transformations move in. But what they wanted us to know about what is going to be showing up for us in the new year is that there's nothing for us to fear. They said everything that is about to unfold is for our benefit. Now, of course, they know that we live here on Earth, on the planet of fear. And they said, of course, there are going to be those humans who are going to try to control the narrative, right? It's what always happens. But they said it's not going to work this time. So, what they wanted us to keep in mind as, we just move into the new 2025 energies is the importance of staying out of fear messaging. Because this is something, it's so tempting, y'all, we just want to take a peek at that person or a little look at that video to see what's happening. And it can be a slippery slope to start attaching ourselves to some of the fear-based dialogues. And as the P's always like to remind us, there's not one version of reality. There are infinite timelines. So whenever we are hearing these fear stories that we love to sell on this planet, it's just one possible version of reality. Doesn't have to be the one that you choose, but we want to be very careful in the 2025 energies to know where we're placing our focus. Because as Yaila mentioned, there's going to be some of that sneaky energy. And so we just want to be conscious of what we're putting our attention on so that we're not getting too sucked into those fear-based stories, because people on this planet love to tell them. So we're going to want to be staying focused on what we want to create in the new year. Now, something else that the P's said that was interesting is that when we notice the fear-based messaging, or when our information platforms and all the voices that like to spread doom and gloom are doing their best to put us in fear, they said that the awakened community is going to be very good at walking away. That we will see through it, we will find it humorous, we will just chuckle and turn off the TV. So being very careful and very attentive of what we're giving our focus to is going to really help us in the energies of the new year. Now, something else they wanted us to know about is what they said is that galactic contact is happening now. They said if you were to spend some time looking at the night sky, we would see all sorts of activity. And I just spent 2 weeks in Hawaii and spent time at night watching the stars and could not believe how much activity was happening. So the P said that this is a time of excitement for us because we are rejoining our galactic family. And things are going to start to take off in that department very rapidly. So one of the themes that is going to be coming up for us in the January energies is the energy of trust. And the ladies both referenced this in their readings. This is something that it's going to help us remember that nothing needs to put us into fear, because some of the things that are going to be unfolding for us in 2025 are things we've never seen before. So our ego mind likes to put things in boxes to know what meaning everything has. But we're getting into uncharted territories. So our ego mind is tempted when things start happening in our reality that we've never seen before. It's very tempting for the ego mind to pull us into fear. But the P's wanted to offer something to us a little bit different. And so they're encouraging us as some of these interesting events that are on schedule for 2025 start to show up in our reality. They're encouraging us to stay in wonder, in curiosity, in that childlike enthusiasm. Because as we do that, we keep ourselves from sliding into the fear of the ego mind. And we keep ourselves out of some of those fear narratives that, we're kind of a fan of spreading those around on this planet. But if we stay in wonder, in amusement, in curiosity, we sidestep all of that. And we'll get to see the magic as we move deeper into the window for open contact. So keeping an eye on how you're feeling and keeping yourself in wonder is going to be very, very helpful. So that's why the P's say that one of our themes for January, I almost said November because I just can't let go of 2024, is to trust. Trust that we are taken care of. Trust that everything that is happening is going to be magical and beneficial for us, is going to help you move through these energies more easily. Now, something that we can expect. I always like to ask the P's, what can we expect in the January energies? The first thing they mentioned, which I thought was kind of exciting, is that our psychic abilities are going to be expanding. So if you are someone who has really always wanted to be able to connect with your star family and do all the things that the ladies and I talk about all the time, now is your window of opportunity, especially if you are someone who has a tendency to be clairvoyant. You are going to see your psychic abilities coming online. So January is going to be a great time to start doing some training if you are interested in really building these abilities, because it's going to be very supported in the energies. And all three of us teach this. We have been teachers of clairvoyance and mediumship for years and years now. So if any of the three of us can help you, reach out to us. It's what we do. So your abilities are going to be coming online in the month of January. Now, if you're someone who has already opened your abilities, maybe you already channel, maybe you talk to your guides, maybe you are already kind of in connection with your clairvoyant abilities, the P's say we're going to be moving to the next level. So if you're already pretty skilled with using these, intuitive abilities that we talk about in these videos, then you're going to be moving into what the P's kind of describe as conscious contact with your star family. So if you are already pretty flexible, pretty versatile with your psychic abilities, it's going to be moving to the next level. I know that with some of my intuitive friends, I'm starting to see their galactic family interacting with them much more directly. And that's something that so many of us in the spiritual community have wanted for a long time. So that is coming toward us in the January energies. Now, something else that is going to be happening, and both of the ladies mentioned this, is our intuition is going to be getting razor sharp. So we are going to see through all of the shadiness around us, because authenticity is the name of the game in 2025. It is the only thing that is going to be supported. So any of those things in our collective reality that are based on deception, manipulation, greed, secrecy, they are going to be lighting up like neon signs. They can't hide in the energies anymore. And this is going to go whether it is businesses that are deceptive and manipulative and abusive, whether it is government organizations that are that way, whether it is, or other organizations, private, public, any sort of group, individual, organization. Nothing can hide from these energies. It is just going to be transparent when anything is not in integrity. And that, of course, goes for ourselves too. So we have a little bit of accountability that is coming up in these energies, where anything that is not for the benefit of the whole, anything that is not as it is portraying itself to be, is going to be showing its true colors to the world. So it's going to be much easier in the 2025 energies for us to know what is true and what is false. Our intuition is going to be lighting up and telling us exactly what is going on. And that's good, because things have, over the past couple years, been kind of muddy. It's been kind of hard to know, who do you trust? There are so many conflicting stories. What do you believe? What do you not believe? It's going to get much easier to figure that out in the 2025 energies, because we are going to see through anything that isn't in integrity, whether that is an individual, a business, an organization. It just can't hide in these energies. So that is going to make things a little easier for us in the energies of the coming year. So as we move forward, we have some really heightened psychic abilities coming toward us. We have some exciting movement into our galactic family to look forward to. and just connecting with who we are ourselves on deeper levels. It's all going to be happening in the very, very powerful energies of January and the rest of 2025. So, big energies coming at us in the new year. Ladies, anything else that is kind of jumping out at you that you want to share about the coming energies?
One thing I will kind of add into the messages is I know a lot of people like myself get holiday blues, you know, the seasonal depression kind of sets in. And I was watching an interview. I want to say the lady's name is Dr. Lisa Miller. And she was speaking into, you know, if you are going through like kind of a depressive state where it feels like everything's just kind of crumbling around you. She said that's usually 9 times out of 10 an opening to a new spiritual awakening. So just know if you've been feeling, you know, like Peyton mentioned earlier, Corey mentioned earlier, like you're kind of going through a dumpster fire type of energy, just know your soul is basically shedding the old, and life as you know it, life as you see it, is ready to spiritually grow into the next level. And a lot of times it is preceded with kind of a depressive period. So if you've kind of been in a funk lately, just know it's a telltale sign that you're up leveling spiritually. And as we all mentioned in our readings, our intuition and all of those things, that Pisces energy that Corey talked about is really going to help amplify that. So I just want to throw that out there for you.
No, I love that, Yaila. And the P's like to tell me something kind of similar. They say that they like to call it a spiritual initiation. And they say before you kind of crack open yourself to the next level of consciousness, you go through one of these kind of, sometimes we call it a dark night of the soul, or just a really bumpy time where it looks like everything is burning down around you. And a lot of times that can be, according to the Pleiadians, when we're about to make a big jump in levels of consciousness. You got to clear away everything that was kind of attached to that last level, but not really always a fun process, as well, a lot of us have seen in 2024.
Yeah, and it's also really too about, mourning our old selves. That's where that depression comes in, where we're letting go of our old selves. And in 2025, we're going into the Chinese year of the wood snake, shedding old skin. So you can't make this stuff up. It's all aligning. And so, yes, if you have been feeling depressed, or down, it's because it's all right. As humans, we need to mourn the loss of our old selves. It's the human condition. It's what we do. There's nothing wrong with it. Just know that the new you is coming soon.
Version 2.0.
At this level, I think it's like
20.0.
Like I've had so many dark nights of the soul. Like again. Okay.
And you might have plenty more, but this is the journey, right?
We've lost count at this point.
Yes.
We're veterans.
Yeah.
Little spiritual PTSD.
I just quit counting after a while. I'm like, okay.
Well, and that's what's wonderful about all this Aquarius energy, because it's about humanity. It's about community. And as we were talking before, when one of us is having these moments, the three of us all support one another. You don't have to go through it alone. We have built our soul tribe so that we don't have to. That's Aquarius.
We will show up in matching sweaters.
Never fails.
Every time, y'all.
Got a memo.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into our energy update and introduction to the 2025 energies. We are so grateful for y'all for watching our videos and for all your amazing comments. So don't forget to share, like, and follow all three of us. We share very different content on our own channels, and we're always here if you guys need extra help. We are here to help teach these tools that we talk about so often, because these tools are what can help you move through these energies. And the goal of the three of us is always to teach you guys how to do it yourself. So reach out if you need the help of any of the three of us, and we will see you to check in on the February energies. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see you next year. Happy New Year. Bye, y'all.